So I'm going to get right to the introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will please meet Mason Kern from
NBC Sports Radio AM 1060, host of my own radio show, the Sports Watchdog radio show.
I love the way you do it. It seems as if your business card would weigh about 11 pounds.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's a lot of fun.
Ashley Neville.
Yes.
From
NBA Summer League, and also do some stuff on the Champions Basketball Network. So a couple things going on.
All right. We have a lot of people on the staff from the University of Arizona. So maybe you have heard the tears, the wailing, the gnashing of teeth. What happened?
They just did not come out and look the way that we all thought they were. They literally shocked the entire nation. Everyone had them in their brackets. At least, I mean, going to the Final Four, I know a couple people did, including myself. So 21-point loss, that was not something I wanted to see. They came out just
like a Salvation Army volunteer team with tambourines out there.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, 21-point loss, like Ashley said. I mean, nobody expected Arizona to come out and get blown out by this Buffalo team. So that was a bracket buster. I mean, Buffalo came out and busted everyone's bracket. I mean, I had them in my Final Four. So, I mean, it was very disappointing for me to see.
Yeah, Buffalo definitely busted the U of A's bracket because that was embarrassing.
What?
So was the ASU performance, by the way. Let's acknowledge that. We're talking about the fact that we were discussing the possibility, remote, but the possibility of having 3 teams in the dance. U of A, an automatic, ASU maybe, and the real possibility of GCU. Nobody.
Nobody. I know. I mean, UCLA, too. I mean, they lost to St. Bonaventure. And then ASU losing to Syracuse. I mean, 4-point loss to this Syracuse team who I didn't think maybe even should have made the tournament to begin with. In all honesty, you had Oklahoma State and another Pac-12 USC team who could have very well been in over the Syracuse team. But Syracuse, very long team. The very tall center is 7'2", and ASU has struggled against the zone this season, and they have struggled against bigger opponents. They came out firing at the beginning, and at the beginning of the second half, they played really well as well, but kind of just flustered late rebounds and really poor free throw shooting. That's kind of what did them in.
I heard a couple of the guys on KTAR and the sports end of KTAR, KMVP, talking about the fact that next year they really expect 2 Arizona teams to be in the tournament, ASU and GCU.
I can see it happening with Dan Marley.
But not the U of A.
I don't think so, because who do they even have coming back? Like 5 players who are coming off the bench that are still on the team this year, I think, that are coming back, but none of the starters are coming back. And also, they have no scouts, no recruits are even.
What about the rest of the tournament? Let's leave our state in tears and take a look at some of the other teams. What about upsets?
Upsets. I really like Providence. I have seen them play really well in the Big Eastern tournament, and they almost beat Villanova. They beat Xavier, who was the #1 seed, and they beat Creighton. Those were 3 games that were in overtime, all 3 days in a row. So I'm actually really impressed with them. Ed Cooley, head coach, he literally coached his pants, he ripped them in half during the tournament, which was crazy to see.
At no extra charge, ladies and gentlemen.
So he had a coach with a towel covering that hole, but a couple seniors, well, I didn't mean, pun intended, so a couple seniors too. So I'm really impressed with them this season. I really think they're going to come out strong in the tournament and upset Texas A&M.
Mason, besides wardrobe malfunctions, what else do you see in the tournament, and what's happened that surprised you?
Well, Loyola Chicago, I mean, I had them upsetting in their game against Miami, and that was a really intense game. I mean, Lonnie Walker, the 4th for Miami, had a chance to kind of seal it maybe with the free throw at the end and missed. And Loyola Chicago gets the rebound. No timeout. They run it up the floor. From the logo, he pulls up and just absolutely splashes. You obviously see their reaction. And the fans are going great. They haven't won a tournament game. They had, I think, a 98-year-old fan who had never seen a tournament win. So, I mean, that was really surprising to me just because, I mean, although a lot of people had them upsetting Miami, #6, a very good team, and Loyola Chicago coming out and upsetting them, it was really cool to see.
Okay, Ashley.
Yes.
The Final Four.
Ooh, so one of my brackets I did have Arizona, but my other bracket we're going to lean more toward on that. So I'm going with.
I would agree.
We all did, yeah. So I have Virginia. So I have Virginia, Villanova, Xavier, and Michigan State.
Say it again.
Villanova.
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Xavier.
Yeah.
Michigan State. With Villanova coming out on top.
Got any other surprises in the Final Four from the Book of Mason?
Well, I would disagree. Michigan State and Duke are going to play, and I do think Duke, I'm really high on Duke this season. I think they have the most talented starting lineup in the country. Marvin Bagley III and Grayson Allen. I think they will end up coming out on top.
Who's going to be?
I'm going with Villanova all the way. I'm trusting Jalen Brunson, National Player of the Year, one of the guys who's runner-up for it, so I'm going with him, yeah.
Really hard to predict this year, Pat.
It is.
Yeah, the one thing we can predict is nobody from Arizona is going to be there.
Very true.
Because the U of A and ASU both ripped their pants. This is Pat McMahon. Stay with us, please, on the Daily Mix. You will not be sorry.